Alright, so just got back from an actual outdoor bike ride. It's been a long time, so I met up with one of my teammates, good buddy Steve. So we just shot the poop, rode around. I wanted to see what I can do on this bad leg. My left leg, I've got a torn tendon, and that heel is just absolutely on fire. So I'm going in on Tuesday. Hopefully I get some good news, but we'll probably be looking at surgery. But anyway, it is what it is. So got out today, did just an easy spin, just kind of higher cadences and so forth, just to kind of open up the legs, get the training started. Went to a nutritionist yesterday, and I've pretty much believed in this nutrition side of athletics in a big way, both with the my soccer players on my team. I try to enforce good habits, but also for my cycling team. And so I've been teaching myself a lot, and I finally went for a professional consultation and got all sorts of really cool information. Looked a little bit at kind of my blood and blood type eating, which is kind of an interesting thing, kind of new, but not as scientific as I would have hoped it would be. But anyway, it's basically saying, hey, listen, certain blood types break down certain kinds of foods better than other blood types do, and you need to figure out what blood type you are and all that. But anyway, it might be a little bit hokey, so I'm interested in other people's advice on that. But the bottom line is I was looking at the acidity versus alkaline acidity versus the base foods, and trying to get a good balance of the different kinds. And come to find out, I'm about 70% of the foods that I choose to eat, which I thought I'm doing fairly well outside of this Christmas season. But about 70% are acid causing foods, or acid-containing foods, and so perhaps I can work on that an area, because it does keep inflammation high. And so that's part of what I'm doing, is I'm trying to get a whole anti-inflammation diet going based on whole grains, whole foods. And now I'm specifically choosing foods, or at least I'm experimenting with choosing foods that are specific to the way that my body works. And so on the bike and off the bike, we'll see how that works. Today felt great. I didn't really push myself or anything, although there were a few bike throws that did occur whenever you put Steve and Bill on the same trail or on the same road. There's going to be a little bit competitiveness, but anyway, that's to be expected. It was great. Weather was like 40 and 30 mile an hour winds. It was we had to break out the cold weather gear and such, but it was good. It was good. I'm just so glad I was out. Can't wait to hook up with some of my teammates. That's one of the aspects of training and racing that I love so much, is when you're able to spend the time with your team and suffer together. You've got that mutual thing going, but also motivation is higher, and excitement is higher too, which really pays off in a long season. We've got a very lengthy season. One of my next videos, I'd love to show you a really neat workout that Steve is doing. It's Graham Street does this thing called cyclocore, and so I'd love to show you a little bit about the cyclocore workouts that he's doing. One of my teammates is doing, just to give some versatility in the cold months. But anyway, kind of excited about trying this new diet and seeing what's good for me and what's not. And I'll hopefully be back at it. And this is video number 2. So yeah.